Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the f*** up.
Now, disclaimer. Obviously, I've looked at the reports online. The only fight I saw was the Jacare and Robert Whittaker fight, which I just watched recently because when those fights were happening, it was Sunday afternoon out here, Easter Sunday, and I was working, I was filming, I was on set, so I wasn't able to watch them, but I went back and watched the Jacare fight, of course, and as soon as I found out the result, through Twitter, Instagram, whatever, I did take to Instagram and talk a little bit of shit on Jacare.
Yeah, you did.
Jacare, that guy has had a chip on his shoulder and been talking a lot of smack about me for a long time now. The fucking disgusting looking bastard that he is. He's the ever shrinking man. He's certainly got smaller. We see his performances getting weaker and weaker. Robert Whittaker looked great. The kid is on fire. The kid's doing well. Nothing but praise for Robert Whittaker there. Good footwork, decent takedown defense. We've seen him knock people out before, and of course, he got the job done. What were you going to say, Lewis?
Well, he had great performance by Robert Whittaker. I've been saying for a while that Robert Whittaker is the dark horse of that division. He's kind of a guy that he looks great, and I don't know how many wins in a row. It's at least 5 or 6 wins in a row. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in a row.
7. Said 7.
7 in a row, dude.
Yeah, listen, 7 wins in a row, and he's doing good, and he's knocking out some people as well. And he looked great against Jacare. Listen, I never really thought Jacare was that good, to be honest. Anyway, if Jacare can't take you down, he's fucked. His stand-up's terrible. His stand-up is terrible. He's so stiff and herky-jerky. He throws single shots. So Robert looked great, and he called me out on the microphone immediately after. And of course, he should do that. He should do that. I'm the champion, and you should want to fight the champion. I remember when I wasn't the champion, I used to get called out all the time then as well, and people would say, hey, I want to fight Bisping. And me and Perillo, we would sit there and we'd kind of scratch our head and be like, why the fuck, if you've just won a big fight, would you call out the number 4 guy? Why don't you call out the champ? So anyway, so Robert did that, and fair play to him. And listen, I've got no qualms fighting Robert Whittaker. Let's just make that abundantly clear right now, because some website said, Bisping hasn't responded. Yeah, because I'm out in Thailand working, and my life doesn't revolve around responding to Robert Whittaker. Well, I'm responding right now because Yoel Romero's a dirty, lying, cheating scumbag. If they want to do Whittaker after I've beaten GSP, we can. If not, I'll do Romero, whatever. But I see Robert as a more worthy contender. He stopped Jacare. Romero didn't stop Jacare. And Robert hasn't tested positive for steroids. So really, I think it should be Robert next.
Oh, that's going to get people furious.
Oh, so he's ducking Yoel. He's going to come out with anything. He will use any line, any point of reference to avoid Yoel Romero. It's sickening. It's a disgrace. He's bad for the division. He's bad for the sport.
This is Callum saying this, by the way, in your corner.
Champion. What?
This is your son, Callum, saying this in your corner.
Oh, yeah, no, exactly. That dad. Oh, he tells me to shut up all the time anyway. Callum's always like, Dad, don't say that. Don't tweet that.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I imagine fucking Romero sitting down listening to our podcast every week. I really do. I imagine him putting headphones on every week.
For sure, because we talk about him quite a lot.
Of course.
So, he wants to hear what we're saying. I love you, mate.
As soon as you said you would fight Robert Whittaker next, I think he literally shit his pants.
Yeah, he threw the laptop across the room. He jumped up. He called his manager straight. Oh, this is bullshit. You need to call UFC right now and tell them that I am the true champion. Or something like that.
You should just
he didn't. As soon as he heard that, in fact, let's officially now start the campaign that after I beat GSP, it should be Robert Whittaker.
I like that.
Robert Whittaker versus Michael Bisping, because. All right, maybe there's a case that he's the most worthy contender, but more importantly, just to fuck with Yoel Romero. He is the only fight I will take after.
Believe you me, fans, go hashtag that out, Bisping versus Whittaker, and tweet it at Romero. Make sure you tweet it at Romero, please. Tag Romero, Whittaker versus Bisping after GSP. He's the most deserving. In fact, that's what we're naming this episode. It's Bisping versus Whittaker.
Yeah. Listen, and for the logic that I stated, he's on a really good 7-fight win streak. He knocked out Jacare where Romero didn't stop him.
Knocked out Derek Brunson. Anderson Silva couldn't do that.
Yep. Yep, no, you're right. And also, Yoel tested positive. So I just think all those things together, Robert Whittaker, okay, admittedly, way better matchup for me stylistically, but facts are facts, and I think he should be the #1 contender.